This video is going to be on the Lineups 1000 challenge, which is on the Cuestars Academy, which is practice routines and challenges. And if you'd like to get hold of the routines and challenges, you'll see the link come up on the screen to the website, and if you just pop that into any search engine, then you can join and enjoy the routines and challenges I've created. Now, this one's very popular. It's the most popular challenge on the training app, and you'll see a little screenshot come up to sort of show you there's like a leaderboard on there, and so once you're joined up, you can put your scores in and you can sort of have little rivalries going on with other players. Now, what I thought would be good is just to run through the routines, and in doing that, create some sort of little challenge from a practice just to keep me focused and motivated. Now, also on the Cuestars Academy, there's a VIP area, and on there, there's extra sort of ideas. That's more, you know, it's probably a bit more targeted at people that have got a table at home or a lot of time to play. Now, in the VIP area, there's something that's called One Visit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to blend the One Visit training together with the Lineups 1000 challenge. So there's 7 routines in the Lineups 1000. The idea when you're practicing is to try and eventually hit that 1000 target, which is incredibly difficult, but we have got players that have done that, have achieved that, which was amazing. And but here, the most I can score is 70 points, because I'm going to use this One Visit points system. So the One Visit, the thinking behind that is to make sure you, whenever you're doing a training routine, at least get 10 reds, 10 colours, because in a match situation, in a game, if you can pot 10 reds, 10 colours, you're usually going to win the game. You're going to be high 70s, 80 break, and in which case, you know, the job's done. So the first routine on the Lineups 1000 is just the standard lineup. So that's what I'm going to begin with. There's variations on this. You could put 3 reds below the black and have none above the blue. With our junior players, I tend to start them on this when they're new to the lineups, sort of set it up in this way. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm not here trying to max this or anything like that. My thinking, my first objective is to, well, actually, my first objective is really get to a 20 break, because that'll get me a point. So that'll be my first objective. Okay, so I'm going to try to be focused. It's very easy with the standard lineup just to let your cue ball go anywhere and not really be switched on, and that's how you can sort of make silly mistakes on it. It's usually a good rule to try and free the high value colours. In this case, it'd be the pink and black. So I'm especially leaving myself high on the black there, and if by leaving myself high on the black, I've always got the pink as a backup. But I'm going to play this red and aim to land on the red just above the black. So I'm not very good at counting my break, but I will easily know when I've done 10 reds and 10 colours, so that's a nice little easy thing to be thinking about. I've just overhit that, and that's left me straight on the black, or straight on the black, and it's left me further away from the pink. So it was a poor shot, that really. Just say got a little bit of an angle here, so I can just screw this back. But you can see now I will have to use the cushion to get to the pink. So a little bit floaty this one. I don't want any widening of the angle. I want to make sure I stay close to the pink, or as close as I can. Right, a little soft stun this time. Just ideally leave the red above the pink. And that will give me a choice of 2. So that's fine. So I'm just getting one shot at each routine. So there could be a dark disaster on the way, or I mess it up really quick. Hopefully not. Again, same situation, a bit careless, because although that's all right, that angle, it means now I've got to run off 2 rather than go directly to the next ball. So again, just try to be floaty on that. That cue ball came around very easily. So again, just trying to keep things nice and simple. So this offers the best route, just to bring it back to the pink. That's okay. Again, a little soft stun to leave the red above the pink. A little bit lower on the cue ball than meant to be there, so, but it's okay. Again, I can just roll this in. Yeah, that's fine. So just a little play ball shot, middle of the ball, just roll it. And it's always a good tip when you're training, just to try and stay down the shot. Just build good habits, which hopefully you'll take into your matches. So again, it's just a floaty one, just above centre, and float it in. That's it. Just put that off the cushion. It's important to try and get back. Ideally, this line is perfect line. You get your hand on the table. I've just struck that a little bit harder than I meant to. So a little soft screw needed now. So just a little bit of squeeze as I hit the shot. Now I've got just above the pink here, which is fine because this can be just a middle ball punch. Oh, I like that. Just kick that forward a little bit more because I'll need to use the rest now. So I've got past the 50 point, so I think if I remember rightly, it's 20 a point. I think it's 30 for 3 points and 50 is 5. So I'm going to play back up for the pink here. It's quite thin on this. A little bit shy of pace there, so I'd like that to have gone a little bit further, because this one now, just going to have to play this softly, so it's a more dead weight shot, this one. So I'm just playing it strong enough for the pink to reach the block it and drop. There we go, you can see that. Don't really want those kind of shots when you're under a bit of pressure. Yeah, I've landed plumb position on this red just to be able to roll it through and leave an angle on the blue. Go, it just gives me that little bit of angle. Now I can play possibly for the red beside the blue. Now I've got a little bit too much angle for that, so I'll play for the outside red. Little screw shot. Okay, and that's another target. Now, because that target's a key one, the points scored on the one visit jumps up to 8 points. It jumps from 5 to 8, just to show the importance there. Right, get a little bit careless of this. I'm probably going to, not what I call fight the angle and try and stay on the blue. I'll just play down for the pink. So I'm just having a little visualization where I want that cue ball. What that does, it just stops you looking to see where the white's going, because you already sort of fed into your head where you want that cue ball to go. So you sort of park it. Michael Holt just did a really good video on that, about just running a shot through before you play it. Right, again, I don't want to fight an angle here, although the cross grippy. I'm going to just punch this, middle ball punch this off the cushion, bring it back towards the red. Again, just trying to hit that ball nice. I was up on that a little bit, so I'll be careful of that. So of course, next target to get an extra point is to get the century. Right, I could put it back for pink or just roll it through for the blue. I think the blue easier, but I'm going to have to play for the red in bulk after. So I just want a weeny bit of angle on that blue. That's what I've got. Yet again, that's okay. So I can just float this in. Nice loose stroke. I don't want any deflection, because that means I'll be playing for the pink instead of the blue. So just a little bit of screw on this. Not much. I'm going to need the hand in a bit closer here just to get the touch. So I didn't want to go obviously the wrong side of the blue, but I held that nicely. So much so that I have to play for the red furthest from the blue here. So a little sort of screw across. Okay, that looks good. So again, that should give me a choice of blue or pink I can play for next. Yeah, probably the blue's the easiest ball to play for here. It's just a plain ball shot. I've got a lovely little angle. Just a matter of judging the pace. Okay, oh, I think I might just overhit that a little bit. Yeah, I have. Right, now, got a decision to make here. Just think I'm going to have to just play a little graze on this red, little brush cannon. Obviously the centre has been achieved, so I've got 9 points now. So now it's about clearing the table, keeping my opponent off the table. And you can see, when the moment you play cannons, you can run into trouble. That's just what I've done. Right, let's have a think about this. Yeah, definitely a cut in the middle. Just going to put a tiny little bit of right hand side just to help the shot, and I can see it's coming round and back. Maybe for the blue. Yeah, happy with that, as long as it slows down, which it has. That's good. So a little middle ball punch across for the yellow. Oh, just a little bit high on the cue ball there. So my favourite shot this, because you're half hitting it. But anyway, it should be all right. Yeah, I'll hit my nerve, and that's nicely on the green. Just that lovely angle we all love when it's just off straight. Again, just pulling that back enough so that it allows me to do the punch of the side cushion, which is, I think, the method most pros prefer to get to the blue. Of course, it's important to stay on the right side of the blue. It's nice if I'm straight enough, I can just drop this in. I'm just in that awkward place, 3/4. I think I'm okay. I can just play this very gently. Yeah, that's okay. I've actually played it too soft. And above the pink. So, little soft stun down for the black. Again, the cross nice and grippy. And again, it's important to get close to that black and straight on it, because if it is for, you do need it for a match. You don't want to make it tough. Right, okay, well, perfect start there. So I'm happy with that. I don't quite know what I scored, but it'll come up on the screen. So next one then, along that's 1000, is the T lineup. Now with the T, there are variations. So if I was going to just do the T and I just wanted to take just pinks, I would have 5 either side of the pink. But as I can take any colours here, then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to spread 4 and have 2 behind the black. And I think it's a better lineup that really to practice, because a T lineup that is, because you've got lots of more variations, because of course you're able to sort of build the break using the black as well. So you just need to make sure that these 4 reds are spaced out a bit more, because you want them to pot into the middles as well from this side. It's a key shot as well, that's why I think this lineup's better. Right, okay, so I've got to keep my concentration. I've just put my 10 points up on the scoreboard. So, right, so what I'm trying to do actually is set a score. So maybe if I get together perhaps with Oliver or Billy, that's Oliver Sykes or Billy Castle, I can get them to try and beat my score, which would be cool. You'll be able to watch and see if they can do it. Okay, just creating the right angle here, just a little screw shot back for the black to get the break going. And again, my focus here initially will to try and get to that 8-point mark, get to that 10 reds, 10 colours. Because that's the whole idea of the one visit. You know, using that for your training is to really get into a mindset where you're always sort of making sure that you that's I'll just play this shot. But if you're in a game, you're looking at the table in that way, thinking, right, what are the 8 reds that I can take? Because if you've got balls on the cushions and there's still 8 you can take, that's fine. Because the others are what I call insurance balls. And if your break does fall down, of course your opponent's still got to deal with those. So that's what I was saying in training, although all the balls are on here, there's still easier ones. So the ones around the colours are good ones to get rid of. Right, so got a nice little natural path here, just centre ball and get up for the black. Okay, that's all right, just about right. I think I'll just pull that back. So yeah, just a little screw shot here. Okay, again, it'd be nice to get this red away from the black, to free the black. Now, of course, these lineups do get more difficult as we go along. So, oh, now that's a bit clumsy. Again, that's where that happens when you just switch off. And that's what I've done. So I may have to play the pink here. Let's have a little think this through. If I screw the black back, yeah, I think I'll just pull that back for the reds in the middle. So that's okay. Put it off the cushion as well, just. It's a good enough line to take it down. So it wasn't too bad. Right, so just pull this one back with the black. Right. I purposely just pulled it back a little bit there because it does then allow me to play the pink. I don't quite finish right on the black. The pink's a ball, just a little plain baller. There we go. So again, just trying to keep tight control of the cue ball. Now, I do this routine, part of my practice set is playing for the pink. And I can get into that mindset a little bit. And I end up playing for the pink when it's easier to play for the black. So I just got to keep reminding myself of that. Right, again, you're looking to just play up for the red beside the pink. Again, there, I think on those 3/4 ball blacks, so I'm happier not to play them with side, because the natural deflection, I find, just creates that nice angle to the next shot. Just want to have a little bit higher on it, then I'd look to use a little bit of side. Right, little bit smelly on this, because if I pull it back, I could get in front of these two reds. If I punch it, I'm trying to force out an angle. What seemed natural to me is just the natural angle to me, it just seems to lead nicely to the blue. So that's the shot I'm going to take. Yeah, but have I hit it hard enough? Not really. But it was the right shot, I just didn't play it well. Okay, so I'm going to have just having a little look just to see where I'd want to be here to have a slightly off straight red. So I think I've found the place I want. Oh, you know, I don't think I've hit that hard enough. I think I've left that a bit straight. Oh, that's not too bad. So again, I feel this shot feels better if I pull it back rather than go forward. Oh, now just got a bit too much backspin on that. Okay, so we'll have to just screw into this red next to the pink, which is all right. So I'm just visualising that now. Let's concentrate on the pot. Yeah, that's all right. Right, now I'm straight enough on this red just to top it in. It'd be handy if I was. Yeah, I think I'm okay here. Just roll this through very softly. Oh, I don't know. Still think it's a shot, but I think I might have to play for the black rather than the pink. Just make sure I get past those reds. So this is really important to stay loose on this stroke. Because if you're not, then you're going to push the white cue ball into those, in front of those two reds. Okay, so again here, they've got that 3/4 ball shot, so I'll bring that back towards me. Just middle ball punch. And made sure, just took that up past those two reds. Didn't want to land in front of them. Okay, yeah. Now I might take this one, I'm right near it. Because I'm mindful here, of course, I want to get to this 5 reds. This 10 reds, 10 colours. So again, I'm happy with this shot I've got. Just roll it through softly. Okay, so that's all right. Again, just getting it clear which side of the table I should come off. I'm going to come up the other side. So it's pretty natural, this. Again, making sure to get above those reds. And of course, if I do, sometimes I might land on them. So again, I've hit my 8-point target, which is good. So now, just seeing if I can just add to it. Right. So a little middle ball punch again. Okay, didn't play that good, so I'm straight on the black. Where the reds are though, that's not too bad. So I think I can just put it back for these two reds in the middle. So yeah, got a nice line here, just straight screw shot. Might have overhit that, felt like I did. Yeah, a little bit. Right, so of course my next target now is to try and get to the century. I think I'll play for the blue here because the angle's better for the blue than for the pink. So just a little soft punchy stroke. Yeah, so okay. Oh, just went a bit further there than I meant to. So again, a little bit of visualisation. I see myself going through this gap, coming out here into this sort of area. Just trying to figure out if that's the best option. Yeah, looks okay. Looks a shot. Little half ball blue. Now, again, I feel like I've overhit that. I might be in trouble here. I am, right. Now this is going to just be short of the centre as well, unless I can pull out a crazy pot here. Right, I think this red cuts in the middle. Again, I'm going to throw some left on it just to, I don't know why, it just feels better. Shot. Yeah, I think I've overcut it. Yeah, okay. Well, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. So again, that's a 8-point score. Just missed out on the 100. Right. So I have to say, I can't remember the order of these 7 routines. I know the 7 routines, but I can't remember how they line up in the Cuestars Academy. But I think the one I got next, I think is Xmas Tree. So this one, really popular routine. So you've got 6 reds there beneath the pink. And then we've got 4 reds lined up there. We're going to have 3 reds between the pink and the blue. And they're evenly spaced out. So the middle red is obviously halfway between the pink and the blue. And then this red is just in line. So these 3 reds line up. As I said, it doesn't have to be perfect, to be fair. I mean, I'm a bit OCD with it, but you know, that's what you should be looking to create. Now, I like to try and get into the reds really quick here, so I'll be purposely sort of stopping this to leave a low black so I can screw into the reds. Because of course, to do your 10 reds, 10 colours here, you're going to need one of the 6. So I just like to try and get in there to those reds at the earliest opportunity. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. Now, again, a little visualisation here. I want to sort of screw off the corner of the pack. And now, full concentration on the black. Yeah, I felt like I've overhit that, but it's actually worked out okay. Right. Okay, just have a little look around, see what my options are. Yeah, I think this red's okay, just a little middle ball punch, bring it up for the black. Okay, making sure that I come, so I get way away from that red. So I've got all the reds open here, so these 2 balls are like insurance balls. I really don't want to be, you know, not interested in them whatsoever, because that's actually helpful. Right, so just plain ball this time, little half ball, just drop it in. Now, I know some of our junior players, they'll be straight in there trying to break those 2 reds open because they're obsessed like with just trying to clear the table. And of course, they're immediately worrying about those reds because they see them as an obstacle, which is total madness because all you want to do is win the frame. And not just that, that could save your life if you do mess up. That's like having the ball on the cushion, isn't it? So stopping the person from clearing up. Right, okay. A little bit too much angle on the black to sort of try and fiddle with it and hold it. So I've just found an area and just top this in, come off the side cushion. go. There's several reds there that I could drop on. Again, that's what you should be looking at in snooker, just good zones. I mean, the perfect scenario there was I sort of dropped in there and I could pop that red in, but I was a little bit shy of that, but this is fine. It's got a nice line to the blue. I think for the 8 points, this routine is probably the sort of best one. If you can do your 8 on this, it's ideal. This is probably the best routine to practice with the one visit anyway, I think. Right, I'm just going to drop this in. I'm still looking to, there's a red I'd like to get on. I think I should be on it now, because that again will get me to the black. Yep, definitely the ball. Just run this in. I just want a little bit of angle on that. If I land straight on it, I'm trying to play for a low black there. Oh, right, yeah, that ain't great. So everything here, I'm going away from where I want to be. I'm just wondering if I fire that round 2, come back into town. The other shot is a screw shot, but I want to really, I think I'm okay. I can just use a little bit of angle I've got. So this is floaty and punchy. If that makes sense. Now I've just thought there, I've been playing it into a good area through there. I've actually got a bit too much energy in that, but that's worked out okay. It's a good line to use, but I'd rather not have to play that kind of shot. Right, so just pull this across, get the right side of blue. Yeah, it's okay. And again, I think the way I'm seeing this is probably just to run it in. So I'll be a little bit careful here. Yeah, just explain to you why. Just worry a little bit. If I get the wrong side of this red, these 2 reds then become a factor. Obviously, if I'm this side, perfect, roll it in. But I'm just wondering again here whether it's easier just to pull it down and get on that red. I just want to be careful that I don't sort of stuff myself. No, I think usually the first shot you see is the right one. It just looks to me as if this angle's just right. So I've stuck to my guns. But it's always worth, as I said, just double checking if you feel any sort of uncertainty. Right, now, okay, I'll be a little bit careful here because I don't want to land straight on the black again. So I do need to be high on the black this time. Yeah, that's better. Just as long as I got the white past that red, that was all right. And again, it's given me the pink as a backup as well, just in case, as I've done there, I've landed a little bit short on it. So I'm just wondering whether to play the pink. Because if I play this one, you know, ironically, I'm going to be bumping into those reds, which is what I don't want to do at this moment. So I'm going to play the pink. I'm just going to roll this in, a little play on the other, that's fine. There you go, that's all right. Yeah, because I mean, I know it sounds a bit, I know everybody would be wanting to get those 2 reds open, but again, it's this one visit training, it's forcing you to think, right, I must get the 8 points, don't want to put that at risk. All right, well, got loads of options here, but this seems the easiest one, just a little middle ball punch for the pink. The commentators say now it's just a case of minding your work, isn't it, really? That's what they say. Okay, not that clever. If I run it through, it gives me an option of 2 reds I'll be on, so I think I'll just roll it in. You see there, I'd have the red in the middle if, you know, somehow I completely mess that up. So that seemed a better option, but it's left a nice angle on this red, so I'll just top this in. It should leave me a high black. So just float it. So I don't want to change that angle. Yeah, it's okay. We've gone too far for a moment there, but that's all right. Okay, so I'm getting near to crunch time here. I need one more red after this colour. So what's the easiest one to get on? Probably the one in the middle here. Just punch it up and leave that one, I think. That seems best. They're not moving the cue ball very far, so just a little middle ball punch. Oh, now that's a little bit clumsy, isn't it? That's not good. Well, that's the first sort of twitchy sort of shot I played. Just pop that into a terrible place. Right, anyway. So, just got to pot this really, and I should just go past the blue. And there we go. One really poor positional shot cost me the 3 extra points there. So yeah, disappointed with that because there was no reason to mess that up, but I did. Right, so moving on, change the subject. Right there, next routine. I think it's 5 threes. Now this routine, I believe it originates from Ronnie O'Sullivan. How true that is, I do not know. But this is evidently a routine that he practices. So now, so we've got these 3. Again, you might switch it around if you're a left-hander. So we've got these 3 reds just above the black. These 3 just above the pink. They should pot in that middle as well. So don't put them too tight together. And these 3 in line with the black. That's why it's called the 5 threes routine, because you've got 5 lines of 3 reds. And then just to make it tough, because again we've got 6 reds up here on the baulk line. So again, to hit this 8-point target, it's going to mean we're going to have to take one of these reds down here at some point. There we go. And these are again just sort of closely spaced, but so they pot. And then what I'll do is I'll start on this red by the black, and here we go. So again, same points: a point for a 20, 3 for a 30, 5 for a 50, 8 for 10 reds, 10 colours, 9 for a century, and then 10 points for clearing the table. All right, so let's go. See if we can get on with this Ronnie routine. So again, I meant to leave myself low on that, but I actually left myself straight on it. So that's probably as bad a start as you could have on this routine, really, besides missing the pot. Right, pull this back a little bit. You see immediately I'm out of position, and so I'm not happy with the way I started this. Anyway, right, just get my head together, try and cool down, not get frustrated, and again just try and plan out here. I'm going to play for the blue now, and so just picturing the path of the cue ball. Slow down, white ball. Right, that's okay, just the right side of the blue. So I'll be coming now to try and get on those 3 reds by the black ball. So a little punchy, little stone run. So just do, again, the power there just widens the angle. That's such a shot that gets misunderstood and underused, I think. As I said, definitely a game changer shot, that. You get good at that shot, and then suddenly you get much better with your break building. I think I will take this red. These 3 reds in a line, there's always dangers you can land on top of them. My white's a bit far away from them, so this red sort of gives me certainty of getting on the black and not running into any trouble. So a little hard ball, I just drop it in. Again, a little bit tentative there. So really, this is an awful start to the break. I may even have to go up for the baulk colours here. Sorry, not the bulk colours, the reds from the bulk line. Just looking here to see if I can play this softly enough, just to land on this red, on the pink. I think that might be okay. No, I really don't like that. Not going down the table. So a little bit top, just a tiny little bit left, not much. And just taking my medicine there. There's no value trying to hold for those reds that made the shard, and I do need one of these anyway. So again, I'm going to quickly get back of this end of the table, because my objective, of course, is to get, well, you want 10 reds with high value colours if you can. Right, so this one, just a little bit of bottom and just a little bit of right hand side, just to help it come down that line. For the blue, just you can see there, it just picked up a little bit of speed off the cushion, which was fine. Right, a little punch down, just make sure I get past the pink. There we go. And that's good, because I'm on that red closest to the black, and I've got a nice sort of position on it here that I can even play for the low black here. So if I just stop the white dead, it's probably going to make it easiest to get to the next shot. There you go. And I can just pull that back for the two reds. So that's all right. Yep, just got a nice line on this. And of course, those reds are much easier to take if you're getting your white near them. There's no dangers there, running into any trouble. But I think this time though, I will just put it back a little bit. I want a high black. Because I'm looking to put it into this area. I've got the choice of the three reds in the middle, and I've got this red always as a backup. So 3/4 ball, so middle ball, use the deflection here to get position. Okay, just caught that a little bit low, so you can see there, I'll have to take the backup red straight off. I've got to be a little bit careful. It's probably the pink's a better ball here to get to the reds, and by getting close to the pink, I'm going to have a high black anyway. So I'm just going to put this in with a little bit of left-hand side. Oh, now I've got too much on that. Whoa. Now I've made a right mess of that one. So much so I might have to play the black here, but I'm going to be, yeah. Oh dear. Now I'm in trouble. I think I just pot this. I feel like the line's okay. If I do get a kiss on the reds, I'll probably be on the other two. So that's all I can do here. I can't do anything flashy. Just got to try and make sure of the pot. So you can see I'm awkward. Cue it. Okay, and now as long as I don't drop in front of the blue, which I have. Okay, so I want to find a shot where I'm not having to need the spider. It's the ball I'd like to play, of course I'm using the spider. Trouble. Can't reach anything. Going to need the rest for every shot. So it's just really working out what the best bad option is. If I screw into that, I've got no idea where the white's going. I'm almost thinking I need to play the shot with the spider, because that's the only one. I mean, if I pot it, position is guaranteed, but it's going to be a tough pot. But as I said, I prefer it because I've got nothing to do with the cue ball. So let's have a go at this one. Now I might, yeah, I'm going to just punch this in actually, rather than try and roll it. Yeah, still think that was the right option, but yeah, I did. It's just an awful break from start to finish there. Well, hopefully, I don't even think I scraped to 50 there, did I? Never mind. Instead, I'm giving myself just one go at each routine, so I'm gonna have a few mishaps along the way. Right, okay, so we now move to Mercedes, and these last three routines are the hardest ones. And this Mercedes is tough. This is tough. It's a great routine though, because it's really good for getting better at playing high blacks. So you can see you've got 5 reds now on the diagonal, lined up with the between the middle pockets and the pink, and then just repeat it this side the same as well. And make sure the reds nearest the black, obviously they can be potted. You can see that's going to be important. And then these other 5 you just space evenly between the pink and the blue. Okay, like that. So again, same rules, 1 visit rules I've got going on here. So my first target is to try and get a 20 and get me my point. So I'll start on this red, just going to stop it dead to leave myself a high black. And you'll find that the high blacks is the best way to go on this routine, you know, if you're going to score well on it. So just a little soft stand of bingo. Okay, and I'm happy here to come off 1 cushion for these reds. I know some players would prefer 2. All right, and by coming off 2, I can see the logic behind it, because you're coming in this direction off the cushion, which you could argue better. I could make an argument the cue ball's travelling less, so that sort of gives me a bit more control. But you can see the problems with this routine straight away. If you don't land nicely on the reds, and a bit twixt in between, you very quickly get some smelly shots. Now here I'm thinking, again, my objective is 10 red colours, so I'm not going to, you know, I'm going to pick the straight, easiest shot. So here, this one, it's got a lovely line to the blue, so I'm just going to take advantage of that. Okay, that's good. Just got the weight right, so I've got the right side the blue. So I'm thinking here, again, if I put it into this area, but don't drop nicely on one of these reds, I should be on one of the reds in the middle pocket. So that's what I'm going to do. Just pull that white across into that area. So I've got a nice line on the blue. There we go. But I can never be sure that I'm going to drop nicely on one of those reds, but at least I've got the one in the middle. And like I had before, I've got the perfect line to get to the blue. So I've now just got to sort of hope I've dropped nicely on one of these, and I haven't again. So again, easiest shot, just roll this through and then get right side of blue. Now that's not good at all. The only positive, I've still got this red by the blue, so if I just pull this back a little bit, then that should be okay. So just going to screw this back just a couple of inches, no more than that. As if I could put it back any more, then of course I'm going away from the reds, which is the last thing I want. So it should give me a choice of either red. And so it's just a matter of working out which one offers the best line to the blue. And this one, the red nearest the blue, does. Okay, that's good. And then I'm back to a similar scenario was before, where I'm going to either I could roll this in or screw it. I think I'll just drop this in, roll it in this time. Ideally, I'm aiming here to land on the end red. That'll be the one that'll be best. Yeah, I'm okay. I've landed I did okay on this red. So a little middle ball punch shot, bring it off the cushion. I wanted a high black, and dice for death there. I overdid that a little bit. Could have easily dropped in front of those reds. I'm okay. So with this shot, I will need a fair bit of side just to create the correct angle. Okay, that's nice again. Because of the cloth new at the moment, I'm getting too much grip on those shots there. I've ended up just misjudging that. Oh no, I've landed straight on this red, so that's okay. I think where I am, I can afford to roll this through. I should be able to judge the pace. Oh, that was hit bad. Again, it's funny. You can get distracted when you're playing. I just saw people coming in, which of course are entitled to do, but I just took my eyes off the shot there. I think I'm always in fight or flight mode. I think somebody's going to come in and have a go at me. Right, okay. So the line on this is okay. I just got to float this in round 2 and see where I need to go here. So just a nice floaty stroke. Yeah, that's good. I could see that red above the pink was the ball I was likely to get on. I've just got enough angle on this just to get the right side of blue. So just roll it in. Just join the weight. Got a little bit near the cushion there, but I didn't mind that. As I said, I got a nice line on this blue just to drop it in. Okay, I under hit that, but I've got the red by the blue, so it's not the end of the world. I'd rather have that red there though as a backup, but I've landed really nicely on it, so again I can just roll this in. Now, I've got a couple of options. I can roll it and I'm playing for 2 reds. I can screw it, I'm playing for 5. So which way to go? I just favour rolling it in, to be honest. Oh, just hit that a little bit heavy. So I wanted to be above this red. Now I think I might be okay, because I think I'll get a flick off the other end. Now I've got a decision to make here because I'm getting a flick. I'm playing a cannon. Yeah, it looks okay. I could screw it back, but I've got a bad line. I'm screwing it sort of towards this pocket. So I think I'll just top it in. I've got to be loose on this shot. I don't want any deflection. Yeah, there you go. That's all rightish. Now I don't mind those 2 reds being stuck together because the same theory. That makes it difficult for somebody to make a counter attack. Should need to. I say that, but it goes in the middle. Okay, I'm going to have to play a cannon here. I can't really see any other options. I can't hold for the reds in the middle. Can I? If I do screw into them, it's not looking good, this, you know. So I'm just again wondering if I can just get somehow stay on that red, as it does pot into the middle. Is there any way I can sort of hold that? Right, mate. So little grippy stun here, just to hold it. Oh, not quite. Yeah, I'm doing a little bit of filming. It's going all right actually. It's going cool. Yeah, I'm doing Lineups 1000 challenge. So I'm trying to set a score for you guys to have a go at. Yeah, I'm got the old mic, so no, that's all right. I'll catch up in a minute. I've only got 2 routines to go, so probably about half hour or so, maybe not that long. Right, it's a little soft screw in the middle. Turn. It did. I knew I'd overcut that, so I needed a little bit of help from the nap, which I got right at the end there. Right, okay, well, I expect your Mercedes, if you get this far, are going to look like this more than likely, because it's that kind of routine. You usually end up in place from cannons and things. Right now, I'm under a little bit of pressure because, of course, this one is to get me 3 points. I could be negative and just pot it, but I think the shortest shot I've got is as easy to use the side and try and get on the reds. Oh, actually, I say that, but I'm bridging over a ball. So what do? I've got to be careful here. I don't want to make this shot too much more tricky. But no, that's okay. I think I can just get enough to it. Yeah, that's all right. I'm glad I took the positive option there. Because again, in a game, it's a lot better if you can keep your opponent off the table. And of course, if you go way past the 10 reds, 10 colours, then they're never going to come back. They're not going to be trying to get sort of, I don't know, 6 or 8 snookers. Maybe a bit of gamesmanship they might. Oh, again, that's sloppy. And this is what can happen when you've sort of got your target. It's very easy just to switch off. And that's what I did there. There's no reason for me to mess that up. Right, so I've just got the wrong angle on the black again. And the red just goes in the middle, but it's very tight. I'm just wondering if it's worth... Yeah, it's too tight. So I've got to try and get this white over this side of the table somehow. And I'm not straight enough on the black to do it this way, so it's just going to be topspin. So I'm relying a little bit on luck here. Oh, that nudge on the pink, I think's done me. If I don't nudge that red will go. Never mind. I have another shot. I do have another shot I can play. But still, I thought if I got over to this side of the table, anywhere over here would have been all right. But that little flick's just made a difference. Right, I can't really avoid the cannon on that red, and I can't really be sure where the white will go. It could go in off that. Well, no, I don't think it can go in off the red. I can't really play the end one. I think this is better to play this one. So I'm just going to give it all the focus just on potting it. Little half ball really. Oh, actually, that kiss weren't too bad at all. Yeah, I'll take that. So somehow I'm still going. Again, just in the wrong place a little bit because these 2 reds don't go. And if I play to come this side, I'm cannoning that red. So I'm just having a little look, see if there's any way, anything else I can do. Right, I think because the cross grippy, I might try and screw in behind that red. It's nice and grippy, and if I do cannon, I might get on it anyway. Yeah, did all right with that. That's sort of like you can see there. So sort of loose, floaty, tons of side shot. Can't really explain it any better than that. It's a proper fill shot, that one. Right, again, Prof will help me here. Lots of bottom, lots of right hand side. Yeah, played that at good speed, so give it every chance. But the only downside, I'm straight on that black again. So I can screw back for the one in the middle, or screw off the side cushion. Just have a little look. Yeah, I think I'm okay. Just screw this one off the side cushion. Yeah, I didn't hit it good, but the outcome's okay. I think that would probably mean I've got the century there now. Right, a little stun up. Just try and feed through the gap there to get on the blue. So I'll just visualise the shot, see if I can do it. Well, I would have done, I'd have hit it a bit better. But this is just typical of the break red. It's been pretty awful. No point playing the pinks when I fear that's going to spot and it'll screw the red up anyway. So just screw this back and play the red from bulk. Okay, again, probably better off not putting that back quite so far, but I'm probably not now. It's probably more punchy than floaty, I would imagine. No, it's okay. Just to say, just a little bit of left on this. So, but nice loose on the stroke. Okay, yeah, and I didn't mind coming down for the book colours then. As it slows down, should do. That's okay, so it's brown back off the cushion for the yellow. Again, just punch that, you see, it just makes a difference, just throws that white out a little bit wider. And those are the little sort of things you've got to try not to do. So just straight screw shot on the pink, on the yellow. Yep, I'm quite happy with that because that looks like I've landed okay on the green. Yeah, not too bad. Just pull that back again. The cross nice and grippy, so come back easy. There we go. Just the right angle on the brown. So again, just a little punch off the side cushion, get on the blue. Middle ball this, just in case you're wondering. No side is needed. Just a little middle ball, like middle ball punch. Such a key shot that, because you see that's where the pros can go a little bit wrong. Now, just for a minute there, I thought the pink was off its spot, and it is. So always check, because I could just autopilot that. I was just going to play the pink as if it was on its spot, and I run it too far. So obviously I need to hit it a bit softer. Okay, so I've got a little bit more angle than I meant, so I'll just pull this off the side cushion. Again, just a tiny little bit left. Just so it straightens a little bit, you can see there, it just takes it down a better line for the black. And then it's a little middle ball punch. There we go. Wow. It's all right. It's all right. I'll take that. So I've managed to do a couple of clearances, so that's all right. So what we got now is the V, and I think everybody hates the V. The trouble with the V, and this would be the one that would be hardest to get to this 10 reds, 10 colours, because it's the start of the break that's so difficult. So, you know, when you do try this out in your training, don't get too disheartened, because the start of this break is awful. So, you know, but, you know, sometimes in a game, the balls are awful to begin with, and you've got to sort of, like Ronnie does, create chances from nothing. And I suppose this is a sort of a routine that sort of replicates that a bit. Now, wait a minute, let's start this again. It's quite hard to set up this routine. I think the best thing is just to push this red to create a V between the pink and the black. And then, I'm pretty sure, if I remember right, it's 4 reds go in there. So you now got your 5, and then again 4 reds in here. There we go. And then you've got your 3. That sort of gives you your line then for these 3. And your line for these 3. Right. Yeah, again, you can't be sort of too OCD about it, but that looks all right to me. So what I tend to do is play this red first of all. This is the one I'm happiest, but you might want to play the red below the black. That's fine, but experiment with it and find out what works for you. Yeah, what worries me about this routine, I miss the first ball. Right, well that's exactly what I didn't want to do. I wanted to be straight on that, to play that red, and then I'm sort of opening up the black. But so immediately here, I'm in this horrible situation where I've got to sort of land right with the right angle on things. So a little soft screw, and I fear I've not quite got the right line on this red, which is understandable because I was expecting a lot. So I'll have to take the medicine and play this red for the pink instead. That's all right. Just kept an eye on it because it was starting to turn with a nap. Now, ideally here, I'd like to be on one of the reds nearest the black because I've got to try and get this black out. Again, I'm just a bit short pace, I think. I might be all right. Again, just the wrong. Just misjudged that. Whoa, what do I do? What do I do? I think I still play this red, and I'm really going to have to sort of look to get on the pink. I might get lucky and get on the black, but I think it's going to be a little screw off the black. Oh, I've overhit it. Right. I wanted to get sort of into this break a little bit to show you, but there is a talk through I've done on this, although I don't think I've cleared it yet as a talk through, but it is tough. Never mind. I could still pot something crazy here and get myself back in. I mean, it looks like it's the blue. I think the angle, the white just goes past the yellow. So who knows? Just sort of visualise it. Oh, it's not too bad. Now, oh, that's not a good line. I don't like the look of this. Yeah. Okay. Well, at least I got some more points. I don't know if that got me to 20 to get me a point. I'm sort of getting desperate now. Right. What do I do here? Even if I pot this red somehow in the middle, the best I've got is the blue to follow. But anyway, let's never give up. That was a pretty good effort. Right. So like I said, in the description there'll be a link. I might even do a link to this B routine where I've done a talk through on it. Really tough routine. Arguably it's the hardest routine at the beginning. It might not be the hardest to clear, but it's the hardest to sort of get going on. Right, so we come to the last routine now. And this one's, I think I've called it the cross. Some people call it the X. I don't know, some people might call it the Twitter. But so what we do is we pop a couple of reds, ball's width off the cushion, about halfway there. I'm pretty sure that red's just popped above the black. I think that's the way. If as I said, if the red's below or above, but I think it's above. And then we've got 3 reds now, just 3 reds, about a ball's width apart, lined there on the diagonal again with the middle and corner pockets. Again, likewise there. And just repeat it. So we're going to end up with this cross around the pink. So you can see with this one, your pink stuffed up. So that's going to make it difficult. So you've got to pick the balls out. You've got to try and, it's going to be really deep in the break by the time you've managed to get free the pink. The good news to this, I think it's a little bit easier to play around the black. I think what I might do here, it's not really part of my regular training, this one. Yeah, I'll still start with this red just above the black, I think. And I do feel like I've got to get rid of these quite early because they're going to get in the way, you know, if I'm coming through for these. So I might just have to, you know, challenge myself to get nicely on them early on. Well, again, not really a good shot to get on those 2 reds. So I'm just going to have to do a little punch shot over here, trying to get my white into this area. So not the greatest start. So just a little punch off the cushion. Oh, wow. Oh, no. Oh, dear. So, no point. So there you have it. The score that I got will come up on the screen in a moment. I probably will, next time I get the chance to be with Oliver Sykes for a day, I think I'll get him to have a go at that. I think he'll enjoy that, and you can watch and see how much he goes past my score. But I was pleased. So I cleared a couple of them, and there was a lot of pressure there. And of course, you know, any missed shot, that's the end of it. So I put myself up in the pump there. I needed that to sort of help me concentrate. Although my concentration, as you saw there, run out right at the end. Anyway, I hope you enjoy these videos, and if you haven't done so already, if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be brilliant. I do notice that the subscriber levels are going up really fast, so thank you everybody for that. And it seems that, you know, people are enjoying what they're seeing, and they're putting the word around as well, which is excellent. And the most important thing about the Cuestars YouTube channel is to show off our amazing players that we have in this area. So I'll be going around and doing little challenges and you know, chatting to them and sharing that with you on the channel. So there we go. Anyway, I'll see you in another one of these videos soon. Take care. Bye.